Good evening. Today is Tuesday, September 27, 2016. So I'm just wanting to do an update because now the surgery is less than 1 week away, because on Tuesday, October 4th at 7:30 in the morning, I will be having my surgery done. So I am less than a week out for the surgery, and I just wanted to give you a little updates. I'm getting my bags ready because I'm here in San Francisco right now, San Francisco Theological Seminary. Dave is going to be driving up on Friday, so he'll be here, come here, and then he'll stay Friday night and Saturday. We'll go shopping Saturday, do some shopping on Saturday. Want to get some new shoes because some of my shoes are falling apart, so it's time to do some shopping. So why not have some new shoes for the trip too? I got my suitcase getting ready, being packed, and I think I'm kind of getting a little nervous, a little anxious. To say that I would not be nervous, I think would be like, I'd be fooling myself. Because I want everything to go well. I've been waiting a long time for this. This is not an overnight decision. And I'm just waiting for that moment so I can wake up and feel complete. Put this step behind me in my life. Am I anxious? Of course. Am I scared? A little bit. Because I'm 54 years old, and so I'm not a spring chicken, but I'm not that old either. But I'm apprehensive, because I want things to go right. I want to feel right after I'm done. I know this is, there's a lot of things I have to do after the surgery for the post-care and everything. And I'm expecting, I know what to do. I've been having people preparing me and talking to me, and so I know what the aftercare is like. I'm not going into it blind. But I still want everything to function right after I'm done. There's always that slightest thing that could go wrong, and so I want the best, at this point in my life. I've been waiting. I knew at 5, so I'm 54, and so 49 years I've been waiting to get to this point. As a child, I used to pray, like, why can't I just be born a girl? Why did I have to go through all this? So it's here. It's finally upon me. I feel like my journey here is really, for me, and this is only speaking for me because I can't speak for the community on this, but for me this has really been a spiritual journey for me, and the way it's falling into place with having the surgery completed this year, and then at the end of this academic year, I will be prayerfully ordained with the United Church of Christ. I don't know yet. I would like to be duly credentialed with Metropolitan Community Churches, but again, their ordination process is a little tougher because there's a REVM retreat that I need to do, and I just don't have the finances for all that. So, as much as I would like to be ordained in MCC, if it don't happen right away, it's no big deal to me at this point. I'm happy because I will be having a home church that I will take over as soon as I'm done here. Mary Magnum Friends UCC in Las Vegas. That will be my home church. That will be the church in where I get my calling with. So I'm excited. And it's thanks to Reverend Kay, who has giving me this opportunity, who has been my mentor. I owe a lot to her for bringing me this far, and so I am grateful for what Urban K has done for me. She believes in me, and I don't know how to thank her enough for the opportunity that I will have after I'm done here at San Francisco Theological Seminary. So that's another step that I'll be taking this year. So I mean, I didn't come to seminary just to pursue this surgery. In fact, I had no clue or no idea when I entered the seminary that I would be pursuing the surgery until I was, before I came here onto San Francisco Theological Seminary. I was over at PSR, and a very good friend of mine told me about the trans clinic in Oakland, and told how they cover the surgery if I'm underneath the insurance policy with the GTU here. And so it was like, wow, this is just the way it fell in place. It's just so divine for me, because I never expected it to happen this way, that I would be getting my surgery because I came to seminary. So I feel blessed, I feel privileged to be able to have this done. As far as that, I'm grateful. I have a copay that I have to pay, but it's certainly a lot less than trying to come up with $25,000. If I had to come up with that out of pocket, I would have never been able to have the surgery done. So I mean, here's a way I'm able to have the surgery done for a lot less, and I am so grateful. It's not coming cheap, because ultimately I have to pay back all the student loans once I'm finished here on this journey and all that too. So I mean, that's another story, getting into student debt, but that debt to me right now is well worth it, because it's getting to me this point. To be able to wake up whole on next week is going to be a huge, huge thing for me. To feel complete is going to be huge for me. To be able to lose wearing a gaff every day, oh my God, you don't know how tiring that gets, or to be able to use the restroom properly and stuff, and just different things, not have to worry about little things too, in this day and age, when people are worried about who has what body parts when we go into the restroom. Amazing, but that's what we're facing nowadays. So I just wanted to give this update. It's how I'm feeling, and I'll give a few more updates, hopefully like when the night before. Although the night before, I guess I'll be next to the toilet, because they flush out your system and all that the night before. So you gotta drink nothing to eat that whole day before. That Monday when I wake up, I could only drink clear liquids until like the afternoon. Then I could rotate between water and Gatorade. Oh, and at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I can have a thing of Ensure. Well, that's going to be a real fun day. While Dave goes down in the hotel and he sits and eats at the breakfast bar. Oh, wow. That's, I guess, hey, I'll be able to deal with it. I'm getting my surgery done, so I'll think of it positive. But, so I gotta try to keep up my studies while I'm in that recovering, because I don't want to get behind on my semester here. And this semester really is kicking my butt. I got second semester of Systematic Theology, Part 2, which is it's a pretty intensive class. A lot of reading in that class. It's an excellent class. Really in-depth material that we go over, and very interesting material. So I'm enjoying that class. Then I have New Testament on the Pauline Gospel, the Pauline writings, Gospels. But it's over the Pauline letters and stuff from Paul, the study of the Apostle Paul and his writings, studying Galatians, Romans, the authentic letters of Paul, and to understand Paul's inclusivity that he later came into in his life. So, and then what's my last? Oh, I have a independent study that I'm doing, which is God transitioning in the Hebrew Scriptures. So the different faces of God that we see when we're reading the Old Testament, how God is seen as male, female, or other than. And so that is my study that I'm doing, independent study. So I have to do a research paper on that. By the end of the semester, I have to turn in a research paper on that. And then, of course, we have on Wednesdays here at San Francisco Theological, we have interdisciplinary lectures. And this semester's lectures are over borders and boundaries. So we've had 2 lectures so far for the beginning of the semester here. So, and then we have to turn in a small 5-page paper on that one. And so those are the classes I have, plus I'm doing chapel assistant on campus. So we have chapel 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday here on campus. And so I have to help. We kind of rotate. There's 4 of us, 4 chapel assistants that work on campus, and we rotate back and forth each week. 2 people do it one week, and then 2 people do it the following week. And so, and then one person will do Monday, Tuesday, and then the next person will do Thursday, Friday. So next week, when I'm in the hospital, I have Thursday, Friday that I have to have covered. So I have to plan out the worship service ahead of time before I leave and everything, so they can have all set up and take care of that, because that's a paid position also here. So that gives me a little more income, to be able to have some kind of money in my pocket while I'm here on campus. Because really, most of the financial aid that I do receive during the school year goes toward, your books, your and for the tuition and the housing. So I don't get much out of the financial aid that we get during the school year. The max is what, $20,500 for the 9 months, and so I'm lucky to get back each semester, maybe $2,000 or so, $2,000 to $3,000 back from after they take out the housing costs, tuition costs, and all that. So I mean, and all that is eventually money that I have to pay back, that I'm borrowing from the government, to be able to get to this journey here of ordination, so I can have that MDiv degree, Master of Divinity, so I can be ordained and serve in the United Church of Christ Church, and prayerfully the Metropolitan Community churches. So, and then I graduate here. I'll be graduating here in May of 2017. So all this is happening within less than a year now. Um, but this is the big part right here coming up Tuesday, because I mean, 49 years of struggling with my body. And people don't understand that about, you know, many trans folks that struggle with our bodies. You know, they don't see it as a real problem. They think it's, you know, something we can just, hey, snap out of. But so I don't know. What it's going to be like to wake up Tuesday morning, and I mean, I know it's not going to be pretty at first. There'll be a lot of bruising, so it's going to take a while for the swelling to go down. But just to wake up and not have my body feel incomplete, I don't know. I guess that's about all I want to say right now. This is huge, you know? And I'll tell you what else is making this really huge for me. Because in our community, not everybody is fortunate or lucky enough to have their family support them. And so, it was about 2 weeks ago, I sent an email to my mom and my dad and my older brother to let them know that, you know, I'm going ahead and I'm having the surgery. And I wanted them to know one of the things I had to do was to put their names on the list, you know, so they can visit if they would like to. It surprised me when all three of them said you had to put their name on the list and they would, you know, come visit. That was huge for me, because I know it's not easy. You know, they know, you know, how I've been living, but they still see me as the old me. You know, they don't see, you know, it's hard for them to see completely Jamie, but the fact that they want to come and be there. Like my dad said, he couldn't understand anybody that would give up their child regardless. And yet there are parents that will disown their children, or, you know, because they're trans, or because they're even gay or lesbian, because they're queer. I mean, look, in our community, we've had where little children were killed by parents because they couldn't accept, because if it was a boy, they were too sissy or something like that. So I mean, how many times each year that we see a death that happens because a parent couldn't accept their child. So when my dad, my mom, and my brother said yes to put their names on the list, that was huge. That was, I don't know what to say, you know. They all get, mom and dad get Parents of the Year, and my brother gets Brother of the Year. Yeah. And the brother that's said yes is my older brother. His name's Vincent. And, you know, I think it's been a couple of years now. I don't know. It's you know, we my mom thought we almost lost him, and you know, it's amazing because it was a awakening for him, and he's really changed his life too. You know, he lost a lot of weight and everything, and he's looking good. And I really, you know, I couldn't have a better older brother than my brother Vincent. He's been really, in his own way, I know he's always there supporting me, and you know, and so I love him for that, and I thank my brother for being there for me. So Vince, if you're watching, I love you and I appreciate you very much. And same with my mom and dad, if you're watching, I love you very much. So anyhow, I just wanted to make this short video. I know it's probably not short, but anyhow, a video just to give an update where I'm at, how I'm feeling. You know, this is a huge step. So I mean, I can't picture anybody not going into this surgery not feeling nervous, not feeling anxious, apprehensive. I mean, I think I'm going through the whole emotions, you know, because I think earlier today I crying just thinking how long it's taken to get to this point, you know, and just thinking about life in general, what it's taken to get here. You know, it hasn't been an easy road, but I made it. I'm close to that finish. I mean, this is all I need to have done. I'm not worrying about facial or anything like that. My breast, I'm not going to have a breast augmentation because I don't need big breasts. I like my, I don't know if they're B's or, you know, they're fine for me, you know. And actually, I'm trying to get back into running, so it helps me not to have overly large breasts, and so it's better that they're not too large. And I like them the way they are. It's me. I want to keep them natural, I think. So I'm not doing anything more that I need to make them larger. So I'm happy with what I have. It'd be nice too to cut down some of the medications, because I guess once I'm, you know, post-op, I can almost cut out the spirolactone, as long as my hormone levels stay down and everything, and then pretty much just the estrogen, the estradiol. So I like to see maybe trying to get getting that naturally instead of doing the synthetic estrogen, just because I want to make my body as healthy as I can. I'm trying to become more health conscious too. Now that my body is going to be the way I want it to be, my body will be in line with how I see it should be. And I'm not saying that this journey is for everybody in the trans community. There are many trans individuals, gender queer individuals that see their body and love their bodies the way they are. There are some that enjoy having breasts and then also keeping their the male genitals, their penis, and that's fine if you're comfortable with that. Like that, you're more money ahead than I am in the game. But no, I never, you know, I always keep my genitals hidden. I don't like my genitals to be out in public, to say, you know, hanging loose, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. You know, I've done everything I can for so many years to keep them tucked away. And it'll be nice not to have to worry about that anymore, you know, because I'll tell you what, wearing gaps are not comfortable, and I mean, I can just imagine it must be like that our brothers who have to wear binders. I mean, it's restrictive. You know, it's not comfortable. So I am going to be so grateful to not have to wear gaffs anymore. They hurt, they're uncomfortable, and you sweat a lot, you know. So I mean, at least I do. I sweat a lot, and so I mean, it's just going to be nice to be able to have some kind of freedom. Heck, maybe now I'll walk out on a nude beach. Who knows? I won't be afraid to walk on a nude beach now. You know, be happy to. So, all right. Well, I'm not sure when I'll do the next video. Maybe I'll try to do it the night before, see how I feel, or you know, I don't know if I can say I will do it right after the surgery. I don't know how I'll feel that day. But I'll give you I'll try to do something before, the night before, and who knows when after. I'll do one also. I have to keep up with my reading for sure. That's for sure. I gotta do. That's my number one thing, is while I'm in the hospital, is keeping up with my readings. God, I wish they could slow down the readings in seminary, because I could use a break. You know, this has been, I started the seminary in June 2012. I started online. And I don't think there's been any course where it's been, oh, just read 5 pages, you know, 10 pages, and that's good enough. You know, it's 100 and something pages for each class. It's like, you get tired after a while. But I'm almost there. I'm almost to this finish line also. So I got 2 finish lines I'm crossing this year. 2 little circles I'm making. So, okay, that's it. Good night. God bless you. Keep your head up. Stay strong. You ever need to talk with somebody, look me up. I'm always available. I try to make myself available for anybody who needs help. You know, we're all precious. All of our lives. So keep your head focused. Remember, this is not a race there's no race in transitioning, so don't get discouraged if you can't have your surgery yet. It'll come. There'll be a day. That's another thing. Oh, see, now I got on that. That's another thing I want to be able to do. As many of you know, I have my nonprofit organization, Las Vegas Trans Pride, and you know, each year we put on a 6-day event. And this year we opened up on May 19th. We opened up a drop-in center called Transcending Gender Box in Las Vegas. That's another thing I like to be able to do, but it's going to take grants. It's going to take funding. You know, so if you're watching this and you'd like to donate, you can go to LasVegasTransPride.org, and there's a donate button on our website, or you can become a sponsor. Go to our sponsor page, how to be a sponsor. That's a link on the website, and you can become a sponsor for Las Vegas Trans Pride and Transcending Gender Box. But that's one thing I would like to do, is get to the point where somehow we can pay for a surgery each year to be done for an individual, and maybe alternate, you know, 1 year trans female surgery, next year a trans male surgery. Those who are really trying to get surgeries done, I would like to be able to do that. It's just another one of the things I see for myself, what I would like to do for the transgender community. to do within our community. If I can, but it's like I said, it needs to take funding to get to that point. I haven't figured out all the details to be able to do it, but that's one of the things I would like to do, is be able to offer something like that too to individuals that may think they, who just cannot get the money financially, or their insurance won't cover it. Although I'm hoping that, in our movement, that can be something that comes along soon, is still the insurance companies, where they pick up the surgery for our community, that more insurance companies will see that as a necessity. But in the meantime, it's not, and so I do want to try to make that an option for Las Vegas Trans Pride, where we get to that point, where we can offer a surgery or something each year. That's just thinking down the road, what I would like to do. Anyhow, that's it. Now I think I'm done. I think I'm all talked out for tonight. I have to really get back to reading and maybe get to bed here soon, because it's like 10:23 in the evening. So, like I said, if you need to get hold of me, look me up. I'm on Facebook. You can contact me through my LasVegasTransPride.org. I'm not hard to find. I'm not hard to get hold of. If you're in need to talk to somebody, that's my ministry. I'm here. I may not be, I'm not a professional, I'm not a professional counselor, but you just need somebody to talk to, I'm here. And I can just let you know that I support you, and I can be an ear for you. So I will talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye.